All right, my name is Drew, and this is Mike, and I'd like to start by asking everybody a question. When was the last time that you did something for the first time? Yesterday, Mike and I started a nonprofit organization, Social Ventures for Sustainability. We work with campuses and communities to encourage sustainable behavior change. Our pilot project was Kill the Cup, held here at UCSD in April and May. We encourage people to bring their own cup when they bought coffee. I used to work in an office, and people never brought their own cup to get coffee. Every day they'd wake up, they'd go to work, and they'd get coffee. They'd wake up, they'd go to work, and they'd get coffee. And every day with the paper cup. Did you know that paper coffee cups are not recyclable? And the average office worker goes through 500 every year. In fact, 16 billion paper coffee cups get used in America each year, resulting in 250 million pounds of landfill trash, and it's also the manufacturing process. Enough CO2 emissions get produced. It's the same as putting 380,000 passenger vehicles onto the highways every year. This is not sustainable. We need to change our behavior. But what incentives are in place? 10 cents off for bringing your own cup, that's not going to move the needle. And people are kind of sick of straight-up environmental messaging. In a 2009 TED Talk, Dan Pink said there's a difference between what science knows and what business does. So with Kill the Cup, we made it fun to be green. We encouraged people to bring their own cup when they bought coffee, and we had them upload a photo to killthecup.com. It was a game. Photos served as entries into daily, weekly, and grand prize raffles. Our goal was to increase the refill rate. Out of all the coffees, large, medium, small refills, what percentage were sold to people that brought their own cup? And we used the winter baseline data. It was about 11 to 12% every week. And over the first 4 weeks of the campaign, we saw some pretty promising results. But then something happened. It continued to rise. By the end of the campaign, it increased 70% from winter to spring. We saved 1,300 cups at just 5 stores in only 8 weeks. It was the same as diverting 80 pounds of waste from landfills and the equivalent of 320 pounds of CO2 emissions and 320 gallons of water. People loved it. We had some really creative photo uploads. On our social media content went viral. And in the end, we really did change behavior. And get this, coffee profits rose 6.5%. And I'm not the biggest fan of the phrase triple bottom line, but we truly made a positive impact on people, planet, and profit. So what? So what's next is Mike and I are very confident that the framework we use to encourage reusable cup behavior can be applied to a whole host of sustainable initiatives. We use social norms and gamification, and we think we can apply this to carpooling, composting, plastic bottles. So we've developed a 3-year plan to grow social ventures for sustainability, and it starts right here at UC San Diego. And really, what better place for a social innovation project than Rady? Top 20 globally for entrepreneurship and for faculty research. UCSD is top 20 in sustainability 3 years in a row. It's amazing. Mike and I are committed to this full-time after graduation. As strategic director, Mike will handle all communications initiatives and develop new product services. As executive director, I'll manage day-to-day operations, fundraising, and relationship management. So, the 3-year plan. Year 1 is what I like to call design and refine. We continue to Kill the Cup here at UCSD and build a template that can be applied to other universities. We'll also pilot Fill the Car this winter. In year 2, we'll expand around California. In 2 weeks, we've been invited to speak at California's Higher Education Sustainability Conference. We'll make tons of contacts at that conference. I will also try our hand in a corporate setting. Year 3, Mike and I will tap into our connections on the East Coast and take social ventures nationwide. So how are we going to pay for all this? Well, we've got a plan for that too. The overall goal is to be awarded a sizable grant by the time we reach year 3, perhaps government funded, that will allow us to grow. But until then, we have a lot of work to do. We're going to apply to every business competition that's related to nonprofits and social innovation companies. We've already applied to a few with the logos up here. We're networked with a firm in New York who does PR to help get sponsorship, corporate sponsors for our upcoming campaigns. And we'll count on in-kind services from universities in exchange for us managing our campaigns on their campus. We've received a commitment from UCSD of no less than $15,000 for the upcoming academic year. And of course, we wouldn't be a nonprofit if we didn't seek charitable donations. Mike and I have kicked in $1,000 each ourselves and raised an additional $5,000 from friends and family. The world's going to be a really different place in 20 years. The things we waste today are getting more and more expensive. The businesses that learn how to do more with less will become the leaders of tomorrow. And Social Ventures works with campuses and communities to implement sustainable solutions. Timing is right. The location couldn't be better. We want to start this here at Rady. We want to start this at UCSD. Send us your email at socialventures.org. We'll let you know when we reach 501c3 status, and we'll keep you updated on our efforts to save the world. Thank you.